Hello everyone, I am Masu Washira. I am excited to share with you what I have learned so far throughout this course as a virtual assistant profession. And becoming a virtual assistant as a whole. I will also talk about my understanding of a virtual assistant profession, qualities that make a strong virtual assistant as a whole, my personal strengths, and where I need to improve my goals of the future in the future as a virtual assistant profession. So far, my understanding as a virtual assistant is the role of a virtual assistant. One being helping the business stay organized, efficient, and responsive. They reduce the by ensuring important tasks are completed accurately and on time as required by the client. And it is a profession that one can work remotely, uh, can do freelancing about it, and you can work as an agent in an agency while providing administrative, creative, technical, or operative support to individuals, e.g., small businesses, startup businesses, and consultants and coaches, and teams and organizations. E.g., as sorry, I had misspelled and said as a startup, as an individual, instead of saying a content creator is an individual, and organization is startup businesses, small businesses, online businesses. So far throughout the course, I have learned some few strongholds skills that make a strong virtual, but three of them stand out for me. One being communication. When one communicates, it reduces the misunderstandings and you work efficiently with the requirements that a client wants. It also builds trust and ensure work is completed efficiently as required by the client. The second one is organization and time management. We often manage multiple tasks for different clients with different backgrounds. One has to be organized and know what is needed, what is actually more important, not important, etc. This helps in meeting deadlines and prioritizing work and avoiding mistakes. The third one is adaptability and willingness to learn. As the technology is changing fast, one has to have the ability to adapt to new technology, to new tools, to new things, and one has to be willing to learn those new tools that are required, as their clients that wants a virtual assistant to use them for more efficiency, for more work to be reduced, being timeline being reduced as at such. So one should be willing to learn those tools and adapt to the new tools as required by the as we go future, and the future of VA as it's changing so far. And I'm actually excited about the knowledge about how virtual assistant came to be. That in the early 18,000, there was a virtual assistant back then, but still it was not that into the internet. It was more over assistant typing, writing notes, and etc. etc. And as I reflect over myself, I have recognized my strengths. One being my willingness to learn. I am more willing and more open to learning new tools and new technology that will help me in tackling my career profession wise as a virtual assistant. And my second strength is being reliable and being responsible. I have learned and I'm continue learning how to be more reliable. I am reliable as if there is a scheduled timeline for work that is needed. I have to proceed and give it on the right time that is needed, and I have to be responsible in the fact that I will check the work, see what is required of it, and proceeding and submitting it to the right time, and asking where there is some questions. I have to be responsible throughout the work given. And the last but not least, my third strength being I am attentive to details. I check my work thoroughly, checking for any mistakes or errors due to being if there's an error that will bring more inconsistency in the work, it will bring misunderstanding, it will bring miscommunication in work progress. If you're working as a virtual assistant in team building, teamwork, if you don't have the reliable information in the and you make some mistakes, it will lead to disastrous decisions in the team. Although I have my strengths, I have also recognized I have my, let's say, my weaknesses. But I am continuing to grow in that and in that direction, and I'm willing to grow in that direction and making my weaknesses my strengths. One being improving my knowledge for the digital tools required for a virtual assistant. So far, I have I have interacted with some tools, but not all of them, as required by the checklists that was submitted. That was required of us to copy, and I've actually learned I'm not that great at I'm not I'm not that knowledgeable in the required digital tool. And another is building up my professional communication when required to interact with clients from different backgrounds. I have not reached the 5 out of 5 in what we have in the checklists as a virtual assistant. I also want to strengthen my multitasking and prioritizing skills. I want to learn how to prioritize what and when to prioritize it, and I have to learn how to multitask as you'll be required to do different virtual assistant professionally with different clients and in different backgrounds. One of the most learned lesson that I have learned so far is the importance of growth mindset and developing great. To me, growth mindset means believing that skills and abilities can grow by learning, by having practicing consistently. And great for me, it means improving and continue towards my goals, even if the journey becomes difficult throughout the career profession. Looking forward, I am excited about me being a virtual assistant and my journey ahead. I look forward to mastering new tools that are required throughout this journey, improving my communication and having my work experience. I know there will be challenges ahead, but I will use the word as grit and apply it. As I have learned, you have to move forward even if the journey is difficult. By the end of this course, I want to be a reliable virtual assistant, one that is organized and adaptable to the goals and clients given and committed to it. My long term goal is building a successful career and learning and continue learning throughout this career as a virtual assistant. Thank you for listening throughout my presentation and taking your time to listen to this. Thank you.